So example problem number 2, we have another compound curve. This time, this is not a board exam problem dahil pansin nyo yung complexion ng problem sa example 1 tsaka example 2. Then yung mamaya, mas marami yung requirement ng example 2 kaysa doon sa example 1. Though, again, mas madali talaga yung ibang problem sa board exam involving surveying or horizontal curve analysis. Now, compound curves, example number 2, we have here a compound curve has the following data. The central angle or the angle of intersection for the first curve, which is 25 degree, and the another central angle for the second curve, which is 30 degree. The degree of the first curve is 3 degrees, and the degree of the second curve is again 4 degrees. Remember, we have the same example. I think we have the same example referring to degree of curvature from your simple curve. Halos parehas lang naman po yan. Nadagdagan lang ng isa pang curve. Then, station ng ating point of intersection is 100 by 100. 100 plus 100. Using chord basis, we will then be able to solve for the radius of the first curve as well as the radius of the second curve. Now, the unknowns are find the stationing of PCC, find the tangent distance of the first curve in meters, and what is the distance between V1 and the point of intersection, of course, again, in meters. So, ngayon, gagamitin na natin yung, ang tawag na dito, yung mga variables natin dito. No? Purahin ko lang po ito saglit para hindi na ako mag-drawing ng bagong figure. Ayan. Parehas na lang. So, parehas lang naman po yan. Dalawang curve lang naman ang pinag-uusapan natin. So, we have here the angle of intersection for the first curve, which is your 25 degrees. And the angle of intersection for the second curve, which is 30. Degrees. So, ito yung ating 25 and 30 degrees. No? Given sa ating problem, yung station ni PI. Station ni PI is station 100 plus 100. Okay? Then, given then yung degree of curve for the first curve and as well as the second curve. So, knowing that we are asked to solve the radius or the these questions using chord basis, so we can then solve that using chord basis for solving radius 1 and radius 2. Using chord basis, that is 10 over sine of the first degree of the first curve, which is equal now to 10 meters over sine 3 degrees over 2, gives us, ayan, calculator ko na naman, 10 over sine 1.5. 10 over sine 1.5. That is 382.016. 82.016 meters. And for the radius of the second curve, nababasa po?
Sir, medyo po.
Sige, sorry. Baka ganito na lang. I-drawing nyo na yung figure or mag-screenshot na kayo ng figure para diretso ako doon sa mismong solution. Okay lang?
Sir.
Zoom ko pa.
Okay na po, sir.
Yan. Paki-screenshot na lang po muna para maisulat ko. Okay. Doon tayo sa radius 2. So radius 2, again, using chord basis, sine of the degree of the second curve divided by 2 equal to 10 over sine 4 degrees over 2. That is 10 over sine 2 degrees. That is 286.537. 286.537 meters. Meron na tayong radius 1 and radius 2. Okay? Pwede na nating masolve yung ibang parameters. Like yung tangent distance ni first curve, tangent distance ni second curve. So, tangent distance ni first curve, which is T1 over 2, I1 over 2 equal to T1 over R1. Substitute lang natin, that is T1 equal to the radius of the first curve, that is 382. Diretso ko na po ha, kayo na magsulat nung step by step ninyo. 382.016 tangent I over 2 given yung ating central angle ng first curve 25 over 2. Okay? T1. Nakuha nyo naman po kung saang triangle na naman yan nakuha. Alam nyo po kung saang triangle na naman yan? Alam ba? Nakita ba? Hello?
Yes, sir.
That is now 84.691 meters. Okay? Solve na natin lahat kasi dire-diretso yan mamaya. Tapos susunod yung X, susunod yung T2, then yung length of the arch. T2, ganun ulit. T2 is basically the radius of the second curve, that is 286.537. 37 tangent of the second central angle, that are 30 degrees over 2. T2 simply 286.537 tangent 30 over 215 degrees. Yeah. That is 76.777. Okay? Meron na tayong T1 and T2 para diretso na. Solve na rin natin yung common tangent. T1 plus T2. Yes po, may nagsasalita. Ano po yun? Now, the common tangent, which is the summation of T1 plus T2. Papansin ninyo, binabanggit ko ng buo kung ano yung mga variables na ginagamit natin ha. Para mas madali ninyong ma-memorize, napakarami kasi. So as long as I am always repeating those terms, mas madali nyo pong maaalala. Hopefully maalala ninyo. 84.691 plus 76.777. So our common tangent is 161. 161.468 meters. Now, balik tayo dun sa ating figure. Kasi yung first unknown is find the stationing of PCC. But how do we find the stationing of PCC? So from the curve, makapansin ninyo, given yung station ng PI. Station ni PI minus si X minus si T1, kukuha natin yung station ni PC. Plus the arc length of the first curve will then be able to solve for the station of PCC. First, para gawin natin yan is for us to generate the triangle or this triangle. Yan. Yung triangle na yan. Ilabas natin para mas madali ninyong ma-imagine. Remember, this is your PI, this is your X distance, your Y. Ayan. Magalaw siya. Y, your V2, and your V1, as well as the length of your common tangent. Tama? Ay, hindi ko pala. Ayan. Yan pala. Diba? Yan yun, diba? Labas lang natin. Central angle of the first curve is the same as the angle of intersection for the vertex 1. It is 25 degrees. And the angle of intersection for the vertex 2, 30 degrees. Then this is theta, which is you can immediately solve that by simple triangular analysis. That is 180 minus 30 minus 25. So 55 minus 180, that is what? 125 degrees. Right? Meron na tayo niyan. So, triangle lang po, oh. Meron tayong T1 and T2, which has a total distance of 161.468. Oh, anong gagawin natin next? Two unknown sides. Then known lahat ng tawag na dito ng interior angles. So basically, anong gagawin? Tapos nyo na yan sa surveying. Ano po? Para ma-solve natin si X, para makuha natin yung station ni PC. Anong gagawin? Anong operation yan? Hello? Yan pa ba kayo? Anong operation yan? Uy, ako po. That is simply sine law. T1 plus T2 over sine theta is equal to X over sine 30 degrees. Diba? So, ang gagawin natin next, simply simplify, that is X equal to T2 plus T1 sine 30 degrees over sine theta, which is 125 degrees. Substitute lang natin lahat ng known terms. 161.468 sine 30 degrees over sine 125 degrees. And then solve for the X distance, or the distance of the point of intersection, and the vertex 1. Ayan, that is 161.468 sine 30 over sine 125. That is 98.558 meters. So, we can solve immediately for the station PC. Station PC is equal now to the station PI minus X minus T1. Kita yan sana nakikita nyo po yan sa figure. Yan. Ayun. PI, station PI minus the X distance minus the T1 gives us the station PC. Okay? Or para mas mabilis na, station PCC is equal to station PI minus X minus T1 plus the arc length. Diba? The arc length of the first curve, to LC1. So with that, solve na natin muna si LC1. Diba? Oo nga pala, sa unknown What is the distance between V1 and P1, or the vertex 1 and the point of intersection? That is our answer for the X, which is 98.558. So yun ay answer natin sa letter C. Okay? Continue with the length of the curve, the arch for the first curve. That is LC1 or S1 in some variables, equal now to the pi R1 I1 over 180 degrees. Pi, radius of the first curve, that is 382. Gulo. Ang sulat ng update ng Microsoft. 382.016. Then the central angle of the first curve, 25 degrees, all over 180 degrees. So LC1 is now equal to pi 382.016 times 25 degrees all over 180. That is 166.686 meters, or 11938 over 225 pi para buo. May pi kasi. Now, pwede na nating masolve si PCC. Tama? PCC. Station PCC. Substitute all known variables. Station PI is 100 plus 100. Then, tawag na dito, 100 plus 100 minus the station X, which is 98.558. Wait lang. Ano ba to? 100 is to 100. Okay. Assume na lang natin na meters yung 100 para buo. 100 is to 100. 98.558 na pa yung ma-minus natin. T1, that is 84.691 minus I plus LC1, which is 11938.225 pi. Ayan lang naman. Station of the point of compound curve simply equal 100 minus 98.558 minus 84.691 plus 11938 over 225 shift pi. That is 100,083.4369, or in station, that is 100 plus 083.437. So, eto na ngayon yung ating answer for letter A. And answer for letter C, then na-solve na pala natin kanina. Yung answer for the tangent distance of the first curve. This is letter B. So, yan na po yan. Nakadali lang, di ba? Basically, direct substitution lang. Problema nyo na lang dyan kung hindi nyo kaya talagang i-drawing yung figure, ay mahirapan talaga kayong mag-identify ng triangles kung hindi nyo kayang i-drawing yung figure. Alamin kung nasaan yung arch of the first curve, yung vertex 1, yung x, yung long chord, hindi nyo kayang i-identify, ay nako po, hindi nyo talaga masosolve yung problem. You cannot derive the triangle from your figures. Question po. Hello?
Answer.
Sigurado po. Sigurado yan?